Hello everybody, Silver Picker here, and today I have a great haul to share with you guys. It's late Sunday night, and I came back from an unbelievable day of picking. I got a huge variety of items, stuff that will appease all of my viewers. I got stuff for the gamers, the coin collectors, the gold and silver bugs, and just the plain pickers. Everybody will have something in this video. It may have to be 2 parts, but I'm not sure. We'll see how we're doing on time. But for now, let's start with the jewelry. So I got a whole lot of good stuff from a few different people. The first person sold me this, and this. Now I'll go through what those are. So first off is this massive gold chain. I don't know if you can see it, but it is a 14 karat gold chain. Let's see if you can see right over there. It says 14K, it's upside down, but you can see it. 14K, and it is a heavy, heavy piece. I mean, as far as chains are concerned. It is 11.1 grams. So that's pretty good. Then over here, a non-broken 14 karat gold chain. And this one weighs 2.7 grams. And finally, a little cherub gold chain with a very, very fine gold chain weighs in at 1.4 grams. So all of them together weigh a nice hefty 15.2 grams. And at about $32 a gram, you guys can do the math and see I did pretty well. I paid $200 for that gold. Over here, I got a couple more religious items. I got a St. Jude sterling little medallion. I got a St. Christopher sterling sliding medallion. I'm not really sure. I've gotten these kind of things before. I'm not really sure what they're for. And this one is, I believe, a United States military related Catholic pendant. And it is also sterling. If anybody knows anything about the history here, yeah, it's a little name plate, name and number. So it's actually a military thing. I don't think I'm going to scrap that. I don't want to necessarily keep it in my collection, but I don't think I'm going to scrap that. These two I'm probably going to scrap. I'm going to scrap all this gold. And this item I'm not going to scrap as well. This bracelet is a U.S. Coast Guard name bracelet, as you can see, and it's in really good shape. And it is sterling. It's marked on the back. You guys can see over here, sterling. Sorry I keep showing you everything upside down, but I figure you guys are smart enough to be able to figure that out. So this is going to go in my personal collection. I really like the military sterling stuff. I don't really keep all that much jewelry, but on occasion if I find something that I either want to keep for the future or to give to somebody, I put that aside instead of scrapping it. This is going to be one of those items. Moving on, at the next sale, I bought these 3 sets of earrings, and I paid $9. I paid $3 a pair. Not the best deal in the world. Let's see what they weigh. They weigh in, this pair weighs 9 grams, 9.7 grams. This pair weighs 6.8 grams. And this pair, including the little stones, weigh in at 11.6 grams. So I made money off them, but it wasn't like a crazy home run or anything. But they have interesting markings, and I've done a little preliminary research, but I'm not convinced that they're scrappable yet. This one says Sterling Keen Denmark. Keen is the manufacturer, and I know that Denmark jewelry, this vintage clip-on earrings, and the stuff from Denmark can do pretty well online. I mean, I saw earrings with similar marks, not from Keen, sell for like 150 bucks a pair. I know a lot of that's the George Jensen stuff, but some of this stuff looks similar. So this pair is also pretty nice. It's not in the best shape, but as you can see on the backing, it says sterling, sterling. There's no maker's mark or anything, but they're clearly well made and they're old. So I'm not going to scrap those just yet until I've done a little more research. Same with these. These are, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. If not, please correct me. It says LaPaglia designed International Sterling. So from what I understand, this guy LaPaglia was a student of George Jensen, who's this famous Scandinavian silversmith. And after he stopped making jewelry on his own, he signed on with this company International and began designing for them. So this is not like one of his original pieces, but it is, you know, a name brand designer piece, and it's pretty old. So I'm not going to scrap these either. I really, really would like one of you guys who's really into the jewelry, who knows their stuff, and not just about the scrap stuff, to please comment and give me a little quick tutorial on this kind of stuff and whether or not I should scrap it. I'm actually going to the refiner tomorrow, but I don't plan on scrapping these just yet. So we've got some time. So I'm not scrapping any of this stuff over here. Most of the silver I bought today I'm not scrapping. These little charms I don't mind scrapping because they're not particularly valuable. Next, for 50 cents, I picked up yet again another one of these bead bracelets that has the 14 karat gold link for the clasp. See if you can see it. 14K, and of course each little bead of gold is also 14K. So when I buy these, I pick them up for like 50 cents or $1. It's always worth it because there's always like 15, 20 bucks worth of gold in there. So I'm happy with that. I also got this coin. It was in the free box. I looked it up. It's not a real coin. I didn't think it was, but it says, let's see, 1838. Of course, this is not real, but it is a Amistad launch, March 25th, 2000, Mystic Seaport, Amistad America token. So Amistad was like a ship that became like a symbol for abolishment of slavery. This token is, you know, just a modern commemorative thing. They go online for like 10 bucks, but it was in the freebie pile. I don't know if anybody would buy this, but you know, I'm gonna try and sell it. It's made out of pewter, for those of you who are curious. Next, I got this little like cake pan serving utensil. And as you can see, of course, on the blade it says stainless, but on the side it says sterling. Now, the guy had all this plated stuff in a pile, and this was in that pile, and I bought it from him for $1.50. And I asked him if he had any silver or gold jewelry or anything like that, and he says, no, the guy just came and cleaned me out of all the silver. I just sold him all my silver. I have no idea how that guy missed it. A guy who's going around buying silver to see this and not check it is shocking, but I don't mind. That means I got it. From the same people that I bought this Scandinavian jewelry, I got these three items. These three, you know, barbecue set, I guess. It's a fork, a knife, and a sharpening stone. And they've got like stag antler handles. They're really old. I can definitely tell that they're really old. But the reason I bought them was not because of their age or anything like that. It was simply because they have sterling caps. Now these are so old and worn that they're really quite hard to see the markings. But you can sort of make it out over here. You can see it says Sterl. You can see just the very end of that. And it's marked on all of them. I'm not going to waste the time and show you each little marking, but there's probably a couple grams in each, and I paid $4 for the three of them. So whether or not I made a lot of money or broke even, I don't know, but you know, it was worth the risk. Next was probably my most interesting purchase of the day. Not necessarily my biggest moneymaker. I have a feeling gold is probably the biggest moneymaker, but this is a close second. Normally, when I ask if people have coins, they're a little hesitant, and they don't bring out coins right away. But I asked this one guy, I say, do you have any coins? And he says, yeah, 1 second, I'll be right back. Goes back into his house, comes out with this Chinese food takeout container full of coins. I take a peek in and I see that they're all peace dollars. But are they all peace dollars? They all have this gunk on it. So I do a little bit of a ping test, and I see exactly whether or not they're real, and I determine that they are real, but I still don't know what this gunk is. It's like metal. So I realize that it must be solder. It looks a lot like solder, and I asked the guy, point blank, what's the deal with the solder on these coins? And he says simply, my brother-in-law was an idiot, and he thought he'd become an artist, so he made a little sculpture out of these peace dollars. So I guess the guy didn't realize that there was a real silver value to them, or he didn't know the value of silver, because I asked him how much he wanted for them, and he said, how many are there? So I said, there are 13, and he said, all right, give me $100. So if he's already asking $100, I figure, he probably doesn't really know the value of silver, or he doesn't care. I say, how about 75? He says 80. So for $80, I got 13 scrap condition peace dollars. Now there is one key or semi-key date in here. Let me see if I can find that. Over here, there is a 1935 S mint mark. Now, I believe that that is a key date. So I'm going to try and find a way to get this solder off. I believe that solder melts at a much lower temperature than silver, so if I just use a soldering iron on the solder and melt it off, I think that should work. Granted, it's not going to be a perfect coin, but it's still a nice little specimen. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep these or sell them. I'm going to see if the little soldering experiment works and see if I can get the solder off. In that case, I'll keep them. Otherwise, they're just kind of annoying to store, so I might end up selling them. But we'll see about that. The video is running really long, so I'm going to cut it off here. I'll give you one last glance of my finds, jewelry-wise. You got the gold, you got the silver, jewelry, the coins, and the other stuff. And I'll get back with you with the video games next. Alright, Silver Picker out.